Hey everybody, welcome back to Breakfast with Bob from Oceanside. Our host is the beautiful Mission Pacific Hotel. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by MasterSpas, SFuels Go Longer, HOKA Let's Fly, Form Smart Swim Goggles, Zoot Sports, the original triathlon brand, Premium Plus Sports, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, Mr. Miki Taagholt, joins us. I think I almost got that. Taagholt.
You are very good at it, Bob.
I am learning.
I'm so impressed.
You know, Danish was my second language, and I'm getting good at it. No, I've never spoken it before, but I'm good at Taagholt.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Miki, what got you into this sport?
Um,
Because now the Danish are dominating the world. We forget about Norwegians. Name like 6, 7 great Danish triathletes right now, male.
6
Daniel
to 7.
Bakkegaard.
Yeah. Magnus Detlef, Thor Bendix, Mathias Petersen, Scott Steenberg. Have I named myself?
No, you have not.
Miki Taagholt. That was 6.
6. That's pretty
Who
good.
should be the 7th? No, let's just keep it at 6.
We'll give it a 6. The big,
Yeah.
the 6-pack.
Yeah.
We'll call it the 6-pack.
Sounds-
Yeah.
Hyggenhaug.
Oh,
Easy.
he would be upset. Oh,
Yeah. Christian,
Sorry,
don't watch
Christian,
this.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. We did. Yeah, you were a little bit of an afterthought.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, do you guys train together?
Yeah, we're kind of divided into 3 groups within the country.
Yes.
But yeah, we also have like training camps for the national team. So
Yes.
yeah, we train together occasionally.
So, but the national team is usually the Olympics, the Olympic format. But is this a national team for longer distance?
And short distance as well.
And short. So you guys train with the short distance guys.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's really good because when you're training with short distance guys, you're not really competitive with them. So
And they have a few tricks up the sleeve that they might be able to teach us
Yes.
as well, and that's pretty cool.
like what? What have you learned from those guys?
Like a little more top speed in the water, maybe.
Yes.
Or pushing a higher pace on the bike and on the run as well, even. And there's a little more technique for them on the
Yes.
bike and bike skills, which are good for us as well.
Absolutely. So when was it for you guys as a country basically pushing the boundaries on long distance racing? When did that start? How old were you when you first heard about the sport of triathlon and realized you could be good at it? And also there was a group in the country that was also focusing the same way you were.
Yeah, I actually think I started doing triathlon for real in 2013, and
Okay.
that was also about the same time that we had the new national team start up in collaboration with the University of Southern Denmark.
Yes.
So they had 8 or 9 of us join there, and we all had the goal of going to the Olympics in 2016.
So that was that right there. That was sort of the goal. Okay, we want to go to the Olympics. Did any of the guys end up going?
Yeah, one guy did.
Who went?
Andreas Schilling went.
How do you do?
I don't remember.
Yeah. But he got
went,
there.
But yeah, he got there.
got there. And that was only in a couple years that you guys were focusing on it.
Yeah.
I remember with the Norwegians, they started talking about it in 2009 or 10.
Yeah, but they were also very young at that time. But it's true, yeah.
Yeah, and then they said we will win a gold medal by 2020, and they did. But it's the group effort.
Yeah,
Steel sharpening steel.
Exactly.
That's really, really important. So when you said before you were training more with Daniel Bakkegaard,
Yeah.
and now it's more Magnus.
Yeah, I've just moved to another part of the country. I'm now based closer to Copenhagen.
Yes.
So I'm training more with Magnus and Thor and little Scotty.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a different training group now. But it's super fun. I swim with them a few times a week, and then I also swim with a local swim club.
Yes.
Only swimmers, but it's pretty cool. They're a little younger, but it's fun, and they keep me sharp.
Yes.
They're really fast in the water.
Really fast. They're like fish.
Yeah, like small fish. I mean, even the young girls are beating me up, but it keeps me humble.
That's the
I
way
love
you
it.
get better.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's what their focus is, and they love killing you.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
I remember there was one of our pros, Miki Jones, who won the Ironman back in 2006. When she was training in Australia, it got to the point where her swim coach brought her to the kids' were working out and let her swim. And one time she's swimming, and all of a sudden, all the kids were on the pool deck, and the coach was pointing about how crappy a swimmer she was.
Yeah.
And here she's Olympic silver medalist and Ironman world champion. But the whole idea was, it's like you need to stay humble sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
So with when you guys, if you have a good race, or if Daniel has a good race, or Magnus has a good race, do you guys all text each other and go, "Hey, great race"? Is there a camaraderie among all the guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we have a great relationship, all of us. It's a healthy one. And I feel like we always want to see each other succeed.
So when you first started, 2013, with the goal being the Olympics, when did you realize, all right, the Olympics are great, but it's not for me, and I need to go longer?
That was in 2018.
Okay.
I obviously recognized pretty quickly that I was not going to be able to qualify for the 2016 Olympics.
Yes.
But I then wanted to qualify for the 2020 Olympics, and also made it to the, I made it to the Danish squad trying to qualify for the 2020 Olympics. But yeah, I just wasn't a fast enough runner.
Right.
So yeah, I wanted to try something different. So in 2018, I raced one half ETU European Champs on Ibiza.
Yeah.
And finished second.
Okay.
And then 2019 was kind of like my first real season doing.
And you
70 race.
debuted 70.3 here.
I absolutely did, Bob. Yeah, that is correct.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You debuted here, and how'd you end up finishing that day?
8th.
And that was a really good field.
Yeah, Jan and Lionel pulled out that year. Where are they now?
This is just like now, yeah.
Yeah, just like now. It's a shame, and I was so bummed back then. I was really looking forward to racing.
Have you had an opportunity to race Jan yet?
Yeah, I have. I raced him in Gdynia also in 2019.
Okay, yes.
Finished on the podium with him. I was really excited about that.
That's so cool.
That was very cool.
That is really,
and I've
really
also
fun.
raced Lionel a few times, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, super bummed not to have them here.
The hard part is, especially coming off an off season and people get sick and get injured and all that type of stuff. So when I look at this year, and we want that whole thing with Israel, we don't care about that. 14th at Israel.
Thanks, Bob.
You're very welcome. But World Championship, St. George.
Yeah.
That was a fun day. That was a battle all day long. And when you look at your splits and you're going 22:43, 2:03 for the bike, which is back in the day, you would have been off the front by hours. 1:14 for the half, and then 3:42. 3:42 wins a lot of 70.3s, and you end up sixth there.
I wouldn't know. I've never won a race.
You've never won a race.
No, I wouldn't know.
Come on now. You have not won. You haven't had your first. So this Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're here.
I mean, I still feel like a little bit of a dark horse, but look at me. I'm way too white to be a dark horse.
Well, and what's great about you know this. How many times have you done this race now?
Twice.
Okay, so you know every inch of this thing.
Yeah, I do. I have a really nice homestead in Oceanside as well. So I've raced Indian Wells a few times as well.
Yes.
But I've stayed here first. So I've been to Oceanside. I think this is my 5th time in Oceanside.
Yes.
So yeah, I feel like a local. I even have a local hairdresser here. So I feel like a local in Oceanside.
You got a barber here.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
See? That's very cool. I like the fact that you're a local. We were just talking to stage about Elsinore, and you were second in Elsinore last year.
Yeah, correct.
Again, pretty cool race.
Yeah, I think besides this one, it's my favorite race. Yeah, I think Oceanside is my number 1 race, and then Elsinore is probably my second coolest
Now,
race.
why is this number 1?
I love this race. It's an honest race.
Very honest.
It's a tough swim, tough bike, tough run, and there's nowhere to hide.
There really isn't.
And then it's so beautiful out there.
Isn't that funny when you get on that military base, you don't realize, because you don't get to ride on that on a regular basis, only on race day.
Yeah.
And there's the hill, especially with all this rain, it's going to be spectacular out there.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We and Challenge Samarin, that's another pretty cool course.
Fourth
there.
Yeah, it was very flat.
Yeah.
And you run a lot on grass and
so that's hard.
on a horse track, kind of like.
Yes.
It was an odd race. But yeah, it was a fun race, tough field as well. Gustav was there. And yeah, I mean, I love my tough races. I had some tough ones last year, and I feel like this one will be full of, stacked fields as well. I mean,
Stack-
we're starting out with Oceanside, so another stacked field right there.
Oh, and talking about stacked field, you have the Canadian Open,
Mm-hmm.
and when you get 10th in a field like that, it's a world championship field.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right. And you took 10th. I bet you made more money than in a lot of the races that you got on the podium.
Yeah, that's the most money I've ever made in a race. That was
Finishing 10th.
Yeah.
At Canadian Open.
Yeah.
What did you make there?
$16,000 for 10th place.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's decent.
Well, you get $5,000 for finishing 20th. That's really the way it should be. I like that a lot. So the goals for the rest of this season?
So after this, I'll go to Ibiza for the PTO European Open.
Yes.
And then, I'll be a dad come mid-May again. That'll be my second child. So, hopefully I get to do European Open. Really counting on it. Due date is the 15th. So,
Yes.
keep it in. I'll do PTO European Open, and then after that, I have a few races planned in Europe. Then the main goal this year will be 70.3 in Lati.
Okay,
Worlds,
so
of course.
70.3 Worlds.
Yeah.
So do you feel you're a better 70.3 guy, or do you feel down the line that the full is...
I mean, I've only done one full so far.
Yes.
And I did not have a good day.
Mhm.
And like you, I have Kona on my mind.
Yes.
I
So
know that
next
we are
year.
kind of switching between everything.
Yes.
But no, I don't want to do Kona next year, probably.
Okay.
I haven't really planned for qualifying this year. I feel like
Oh,
there's
that's
so
right.
much
You'd
in the
have-
calendar already.
You know, that's the hard part is like you can't just go, I want to do
There's
Kona.
so many cool races to do. And the PTO is throwing in a bunch of cool races. And
Yes.
so many 70.3s I
Collins
want to do.
Cup, all that cool stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's kind of tough to get time to do a full. So
you got to put the training in.
Yeah,
you
also
got to do
that.
the racing, and then you got to recover,
Mhm.
right? And then hopefully that doesn't mess up the rest of your season.
Yeah.
And you don't come out with a niggle or something, and that's a problem.
Mhm.
So I read somewhere you have a pet rabbit,
Yeah, correct. Egon.
Egon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you like to sign while you're on the bike?
Yeah, sing. Yeah.
Sign language.
No, sing. I like to sing.
You like to sing?
Yeah, I like to sing while I'm on the bike.
Oh, and what do you sing?
So
Show tunes.
No. Bob, I can only sing while I'm on the bike, and I mean I'm not on the bike right now, but I was on a bike ride yesterday with Maya,
Yeah.
and I think we went through a broad variety.
A broad variety. Yes. A broad variety
Of songs, of different genres.
Are you a rapper? Or are you
I rapped a little bit. There was a little bit of Taylor Swift.
a little Taylor Swift? Nice.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. A little bit. It's kind of a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No, I won't say it too
And
loud.
in terms of rapping, who's your favorite?
Eminem.
You're
Top-
so you're an 8
number
Mile
one.
guy.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. So there was a little bit of everything. There was a few kids songs in there as well.
Yes.
Just because the little kid at home loves to be singed for and kind of get stuck on the brain because they're easygoing. So yeah, it was a lot of everything.
You do it all.
I do it all.
So do you? At this point, when people talk about the country that's dominating the sport, they talk Norway,
Mhm.
right? Because of the boys. And back, if you look at Kona from 2000 and when did Sebi win? 14 through 19, it was Sebi and Jan and Patrick. So Germany was dominating the world.
Yeah.
And now we're talking Denmark, and we're talking potentially you guys. I mean, all it takes is you and Magnus and Daniel and the rest of the guys to have a great season, and you win a lot of the major titles.
Yeah, I feel like every time one of us is doing something new and cool, it kind of raises the bar. So when
Yes.
Daniel finished third in 2021 in St. George to 70.3 walls, it kind of showed for the rest of us that it is possible to do.
Yes.
And then Magnus did the exact same thing last year.
And then he wins Roth. Yes.
Yeah, and I mean he destroyed Roth. So it just kind of shows that the sky's the limit.
There's really no limitation.
Exactly.
And do you see that people reacting in Denmark? Is there more participation in the sport because you guys are doing so well?
A little bit more, not as much as we would like.
Yeah.
But we are surely getting more attention now
Yeah.
than what it's been like for the last few years. Back when Rasmus Henning was doing the sport, it also got a fair amount of attention. But
Yes.
ever since then, it's not been too crazy. So we are trying to build up triathlon as a hot thing again.
And do you see You're not going to be doing Ironman Worlds in Nice.
No.
This will be a non-Ironman year for you.
Mm-hmm.
You will focus on 70.3.
Yeah.
What did you learn from the one Ironman you did? Besides that, it's a long-ass day.
Yeah, what you just said right there, Bob, was exactly what I learned. That it is a long ass day, and that 140.6 miles is very, very, very long.
You probably run out of songs.
Oh, I don't think I sang all day. I was in such a bad mood.
You should have been
the weather
singing.
was bad. I didn't feel good, and I had to run a marathon after riding 180k on the bike. Whew.
If you were singing a little Taylor Swift, that would have been good. I think that would have helped you.
Yeah, I think I might have sung, I did something bad. But why did it also feel so bad? Which is not what she sings, but that was I was singing.
So Maya is totally into Ironman, and you are everything but.
Yeah, I mean, I did it so badly that I will for sure have to come back because, I mean, it can only get better from here.
Which Ironman did you do?
Israel.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
14th that we talked that we didn't quite talk about.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
Yeah,
no.
we just sort of ignored that the 14th at Denmark with a. I mean, you know, it's so funny. You get 14th, you ran a freaking 2:55 marathon, which in most races puts you, close to a podium.
Yeah.
But it's just a long day.
It's a very long day, and yeah, as you were talking with Maya about, the weather was really bad as well.
Yes.
And there was not much out there that was very enjoyable.
Yes.
It was kind of fun to see Daniel do so good. He finished
Yes.
second after after Patrick.
And with Patrick, 2:30 marathon.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, the course was not short, and
No.
it was not an easy run course either.
No.
And the weather was, I don't know how he did that. That
What
was
do you
amazing.
What do you take away from that when someone has a breakthrough like that? When somebody, you start running 2:30 off the bike? Because we've been waiting for a long time for someone to do that.
Yeah, that also shows that just no limit. Like, the limit keeps getting higher and higher and higher.
Right.
And it just shows that, like, anything is possible.
What are you're spouting the Ironman
Yeah,
motto. I like it.
I feel
like
bad
it.
about that as well.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel
Yeah.
bad about that. And the water must feel balmy for you, being
Oh,
from
it's
Denmark.
so warm.
It's right.
Yeah, I was in my Speedos the other day out in the ocean. I was sweating so much.
Because
it was
it's
so warm.
59 is like,
Yeah.
that's bath water for you
Yeah, it
guys
is.
back in Denmark.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, we do ice bathing only in Denmark.
When you're here training for this, do you do a lot of ocean swimming
Um,
when it's not raining?
Yeah, usually I do. Yeah, and I love to play in the waves.
Yes.
I feel it's so much fun, and yeah, the surf out there is amazing. So yeah, I love the water here in Oceanside.
When it's funny in a lot of these races, a lot of pros have never been in waves before.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start the race and you see guys, right away who can handle surf and who can't, right? You see the guys trying to jump over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember my first time here. I was trying to swim through the waves.
Yeah.
and that's not how you do it.
No, you get smashed pretty bad.
Yeah, you do.
You go under.
Mhm.
You grab the sand. You explode out the other end.
Yeah, that's what you do. And yeah, the first time I didn't know. I was a rookie, but I've learned and I love it out there now.
I like it. Always a pleasure, Miki. Take care
Yeah,
of
you too,
yourself.
Bob.
Miki Taagholt. Look at that, Taagholt. I am in the Taagholt Hall of Fame. I know that name, no problem. I know Danish like nobody else. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Again, we are at the beautiful Mission Pacific Hotel. My name is Bob Babbitt, and we will be right